The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto.
What's up?
I say what's up?
Man, sit your ass down.
Yo, welcome back with another new episode of StyleBeasting Podcast, episode 102.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true.
Yes, 102 with your host, Delton Wall. And today is not really that, well, hold on, is it? Yeah, it's some crazy, yeah, because I got to talk about JJK and the Drake album and all the other shit. Yeah, it's going to be like a stacked podcast episode today, so let's go ahead and jump in it. So, to start off, it was a bunch of turmoil on the timeline with Brittany Renner interviews and girl math taking the internet timeline by storm. And what I mean is, so Brittany Renner sat down with, well, she's been sitting down with a lot of people, but she sat down with, I would like to say, Charlamagne the God.
Stupid ass niggas.
Oh my God, bro. I couldn't believe I'm forgetting this nigga name. Shannon Sharp. Yes, Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer. Yeah, because he has a podcast called Club Shay Shay, and he had her on, and she was spilling the tea about like her having sex with like 35 men, and Charlamagne just like taking a step back from it. And even though he's been a football player and he has money for a long time, if you listen to how he talks about his outside of his work life, he really don't be hanging out with women at all, really. And if you also listen to how he spoke of his football past, he was really just playing football so he could help his family. So he really wasn't into the hoes like most of the NFL players were at his in his era, in his time. So him being taking a step back is like, oh shit. Yeah, but I don't know if he was doing that for content or he was doing it because he was like, damn, this bitch is really just fucking niggas. And it basically was that interview took the internet by storm because people were like, damn, that's high, or nah, this bitch is capping. You know that's way more, which I believe is way more, but I don't really give a fuck about it at all, really. And it brought up that whole body count bullshit and like body counts don't matter or some shit like that. And it's like at some point I was at the beginning I was like somewhat, I won't say invested, but I was like intrigued. But then like later on I was like, do I really fucking care that she's like slept with 35 dudes or probably more? Which I don't really give a fuck. It's her body. She does what she wants to, man. Like, and I'm not going to sit here and say your body, your choice. Well, it is, but like, if you just go and fuck around 35 dudes, and I mean, she wrote a book on it. I feel like if you wrote a book about how many men you fuck, your thought, and it's like sick too. Like, she wrote a book about how the dudes she wanted to fuck or she had fucked or been around, and it's like, all right, man, like, you just a pass around at this point. And I don't want to hear about, oh, she probably just trying to find herself. Nah, you don't write a book about how you try to fuck Colin Kaepernick and he didn't want to fly you out, so you had to fly yourself out. And he probably didn't. I don't think he fucked her at all. But it's like, still, like, nigga, why would you even like put that in there? Like, really? Even though it was probably before you got married, but still, like, what the fuck? And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I know what I'm about to say next. It makes no sense, but let's start bringing shame back. And I'm not saying be shameful with the acts you do. Well, no, somewhat be kind of shameful because some people at this point in age are just like
Very naughty.
they'll just blurt out anything any random thing like, oh, I like feet people stepping on me, and it's like they'll just say that out loud in public and won't think maybe I will get looked at like I'm crazy. And I'm not saying care about what people think of you, but at some point it's gonna be like, bro, like don't say that dumbass shit out loud. Keep that in. Keep shit in house. Don't bring it outdoors. And I bring this up because Rick Fox, the owner of wait. Because I gotta remember Rick Fox. Okay, yeah. Rick Fox, former Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Laker, and he played for the North Carolina Tar Heels too. Oh shit, I didn't even know that. But yeah, Rick Fox threw his hat in to add to Brittany Reiner body count, and he wouldn't be number 36, which was so wild. Like he didn't text her or nothing, and she leaked it. He went on Twitter or X whatever and said, "Yo, I'm trying to be number 36." Nigga, that was the downright most wildest shit ever. Like, I understand, like, if one of a regular dude be like, "Yo, I'm trying to be number 36," but Rick Fox, you like, I don't think Rick Fox has a family, but even still, they're probably like grown as fuck. But even still, like, damn, like, nigga, like, publicly just saying, like, "Yo, I need it." That's just like when Shaq was, I forgot who, I think he was under Meg's Instagram Live, and he was like, what's all that shaking? It was like, bro, come on, Shaq, you just sick in these comments now. You just being sick right now. And it was like, I'm not gonna give him flack for saying it because Rick Fox is an OG and he has money and he's probably trying to fuck on something young and hot. So
Extra thick.
I'm not gonna fault him for that. So whatever. Hey, get how you live, man. Hey, if you got money to pay for the pussy or got the access to the pussy, go ahead and get it. But this also correlates into that dumbass girl math, boy math shit that was on Twitter too, because it was basically like, if she has like 3 baby daddies and 4 kids, what's that equal up to? Or so it was like some dumbass shit of like gender bullshit that men and women go through every fucking week, every fucking month, and it was funny at first, but like when they started like going in depth, when it was like, oh, if he don't got a car or a house, what is he? I'm like, all right, man, look. Now it just went from little jokes. Now it's just getting like personal trauma. You're just putting in it now, and whenever people start putting in personal trauma into the jokes, and I'm not talking about like their own personal trauma, as in, oh, I'm about to make this funny in my expense. No, I'm just about to clown them at their expense. And yeah, that's what jokes are. But at some point, it just becomes funny, and it goes from being funny to just being pathetic and sad. And some of the jokes were funny. Some of it was just like, all right, you just trying to get some shit off. And the women were getting some shit off. I mean, I didn't give a fuck at the time. I still don't. So it was pretty funny seeing the shit. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just getting tired of gender wars or mini gender wars that motherfuckers be trying to start. It's to the point where it's like, man, who gives a fuck? It like, who really cares? And I know I'm sounding like kind of real nonchalant, but it's like, bro, like, does it really fucking matter, man? It's a fad that you guys created, and it's only gonna last like 12 to 18 hours, and then boom, we're gonna go with something new and different. So, whatever. So there's nothing. If you ain't see it, it's nothing fun. It's nothing crazy, nothing funny. You can literally probably go on Twitter and search up girl math and find all the tweets. So it's nothing too crazy. But what is crazy is they have seemingly caught the man who murdered Tupac all those years ago. And to come to find out is a friend of his, and it's been a guy who's been doing like interviews talking about Tupac for years. So it's just like crazy that it is this guy. Because let me find out his name.
That's okay. Take your time.
Keffi D. Keffi D was arrested, I want to say a week and a half ago, on the supposedly murder of Tupac. And if you watch some of his interviews, the description he gave of the incident was just like too descriptive, and it just sounded like he was. It just sounded like he was self snitching on himself, like when OJ wrote that fucking book, and it was just like, bro, like, are you really telling us that you did this shit? Because I saw like it was one specific one where he was talking about, yeah, man, it was like Tupac was breakdancing in the car where he got shot. I'm like, nigga, how the hell you even like Suge Knight didn't even say nothing like that shit.
Maybe.
And there's reports coming out that Suge Knight won't take the stand against Keffi D, which is crazy. And I don't know if this is 100%, if that is 100% true, but that's just like wild as fuck. Like that shit was crazy as hell. If that story, if that statement is true that he won't take the stand against Keffi D, is like, this is not looking good. This is looking kind of weird, and it's looking kind of crazy. But I think, in other news, Israel and Palestine, they're at war right now, and this is not looking good for any side because it's like bombing in the middle of the street and people are getting hurt. And I don't know too much about this whole entire situation, so I can't give you guys like a full synopsis of what the fuck's going on. Because the research I did do, it was about land and religion, but I don't know if that's still the case right at this point. It's probably more or less the religion, but like I don't know we still don't even know what's going on, and people are like picking sides with Israel and shit, and like I don't really like speak up to shit like that because I don't know the full side, whose side is right or wrong. I stay far away when it comes to that shit because I'm not that guy who is like, hey, we're doing our own shit, so we shouldn't give a fuck about this. Just let them burn and do whatever. No, but I'm also smart enough to know that we got our own problems, and going to somebody else's yard to fix their problems while we still got problems of our own isn't the greatest thing in the world. But I understand. But at the same time, I don't know too much about this scenario of the warring factions to pick a side. So I'm gonna stay far away from this topic because I don't. Because I think some of the people I know are like on Israel's side, and like I said, I don't know fully, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna try to educate myself so next time I get on the podcast, like fully like be like, oh, this, like blah blah, like shit like that. I'm not just gonna come up here and start spewing false agendas when it comes to shit like this. Like maybe like anime and manga is something different because that's just like playful shit. But like when it comes to shit like when it's dealing with lies and the people, like children, then let's not try to do that much into like conspiracy or. So yeah, I really pride myself on not just just saying stuff fresh off my mind without like really thinking about it when it comes to like serious topics. But like I said, more will come out, and a lot of people has been like dropping a whole bunch of. So it's weird because people, for some weird, well, I won't say for some weird, it's divided people again because people are saying free Palestine and saying free Israel. So it's creating another divide within people again. And like I said, I don't know nothing. I really don't know what's going on, so I'm not going to interject myself. But moving right along, actually, I think that's it for fucking the beginning of the pod, where it's really just about random stuff that's going on. But let's get into the music.
Just like music. Yeah.
So before I get into like the music that dropped, because I think next week is when they West Side Gun, Offset, Pee Wee Longway, Peasy, and I think like two more people, and Ken Carson dropped. So next week I'm gonna give you guys that album review. But before I get to Drake's album, Kanye West in an old video was shown like going off on a little rant, talking about how he gave all these people these beats. Like, yeah, he gave Nas fuck, I forgot the name of that album. What was it? Nazir. And like how he was saying he was like rapping fast on them beats and making it sound fucked up, and how he gave Tiana Taylor like a beautiful album and shit just didn't go well. And it was just basically a normal Kanye West music rant. It wasn't, well, the first half of it was, but yeah, it's normal music rant from Kanye West, how he doesn't get enough credit and how he should have his own festival because he's a musical genius. And he is. I'm not saying he isn't. And I won't say that he didn't give he did give Tiana and Nas a good production on their album, but like I think it was just like the pacing and timing of it, because me personally, I don't listen to Nas a lot, but that didn't sound like a great Nas album. And like I said, it probably wasn't the right beat for him. He probably wasn't like suited for it. And saying Nas isn't suited for those beats is kind of crazy. But hey, man, I don't think Nas and Kanye West ever did anything together. So Nas going on a Kanye West beat for his first time is like, oh shit, hold on, I don't know how to do this, because Kanye West doesn't give you regular boom bap beats. He's gonna give you like a fucking church orchestra in the background while I'll give you some boom bap, and you gotta flow with the orchestra and the boom bap, which Nas is more than capable of doing. But but at that time, Kanye West was dropping albums week on week on week, and I don't think Nas is one of those guys where you give him like a week to write 14 songs. Well, if Matt Faye's probably less. Well, no, I'll say like they probably gave him like at least 2.5 weeks. I'll say two. Yeah. Because I remember Kanye West had a board up saying, "Hey, I want to do these albums with Nas, Tiana Taylor, Push, and Kid Cudi myself." That's like 5 weeks. So I say I give him like 2 months in advance. And for 14 tracks, was it 14 tracks? It was 14 tracks. That's crazy for 2 months for 14 tracks.
You shut your lying nigga lips up.
7 tracks?
God damn.
Maybe. I thought it was like 14. 7, you could get a good. Well, no. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Nah. I don't think he could have. If it would, it probably wouldn't sound. It probably did. Well, people didn't like that album that much. So, yeah, probably 2.5 months to write a 7-song album for Nas. He's not that kind of rapper. It was like Offset, maybe like one of the younger guys, but for the older guys, it takes them longer because they want to like jot a plan out instead. The other guys would just go on and make a good song. Not saying Nas can't make a good song, but like the old heads, they're gonna like it's just like basically think of it like them as regular old people. They're not just gonna jump in and just shoot for the stars. They're going to sit down, think about it, and then write it down. And it's not. That's just 2 different ways of doing it. Some people can just jump on it and it'll sound good. Some people can't. Pause.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
But alongside that rant he went on, he went on another rant saying like Cardi B's a plant, how the Illuminati has her picked out for selling sex to the people and stuff. And Cardi B released some stuff out. I don't know what it was. I ain't look, because that first half of his rant, which was years ago, I can sort of understand and get with him with. But this one is like, all right, man. Like, that's why I try to tell people. Sometimes what people say, take with a grain of salt. Other half, you could take them on their word, because I don't know, man. Like when Kanye West talks about like the Illuminati and all that shit, I'm like, all right, man, all right, cool. I believe some conspiracy theories, not all, because I feel like some of them is just like ass pulls, like that whole lizard people being underneath the earth. I know some of my friends that believe that shit. I'm like, all right, man, that's cool. I'm not, because I don't judge, but it's just like, come on, man, y'all on fucking dope on some of these, not all, some. So Kanye West on that point when he's saying Cardi B is Illuminati, half of that's on dope. But the other half about like selling sex to the world, I can understand him with that to a point. But they were selling sex before Cardi B. Now, granted, it's been selling even harder, but they've been selling sex. And if you look on the men's side, we've been selling violence, and not just black people. Any form. Well, I won't say. Well, no, I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about music, other music. Yeah, other music has some violence in it. Not all, some. Shoot, freaking fuck. What's the name of that song? Damn, it was an old school song that my mom put me on. Damn it, I forgot the name of that song. But yeah, there's some old school songs that everybody loves that's like super violent or has super violent undertones and shit. There's violent undertones in every fucking thing, on all music. Like I said, not in all music, but in some parts of music it is. So, does sex and violence sell? Yes. Should it sell this hard? No.
Stop the cap.
Should there be like a good in between? Yes.
Nasty bitch.
So like I agree that maybe we need to clean it up just a bit. Don't be squeaky clean, because nobody in the world is fucking squeaky clean. So eat a dick if you want that. But yeah, there could be some cleaning up to do. I'm not going to deny that. Like, there's nothing wrong with just tidying up your room or tidying up your space. Hey, do that shit. And if you want, hey, and I understand that too, because Kanye West is like as a dad, and he has a girl, and he doesn't want his girls growing up and becoming something, the stuff that's going that he sees and hangs out with, that he sees the women just sexify themselves. So I can understand that, but like to decree the whole world to stop doing it, I was like a little like, nah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Get your ass in here.
But to counter that, you can't really dictate the world how to do stuff, even though, yeah, like Kanye West said, maybe some stuff shouldn't be sexualized. I think a lot of people say that, pass that rhetoric on too, because it's getting like crazy out here. I think somebody just posted a video on Twitter of this girl literally, these two girls feeding themselves literally in a bowling alley, like down the lane. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like people be doing like some wild stuff for wild sexual stuff for clout. And I understand they try to get bad, but it's like, damn, like all the time. You can't do that all the time. Not in broad daylight. But yeah, it is what it is. But you can't control people. You're going to give advice, and if they listen, they listen. But besides Kanye West rants, there's been a rumor going around that Glorilla beat up JT, and Sexy Red saw it, and Sexy Red was probably the only person who saw the whole conflict go down. So if that's the truth, the Sexy Red has a big story on her hands, even though if it's true, but I don't believe it's true. So we'll see how that goes. But to the review that the review of the album that everybody's been well, actually, it's been people been trashing it and giving its props. Me personally, I gave it its props. Drake dropped for all the dogs. Yeah, for the dogs. For all the dogs. I'm gonna say it's for all dogs. He dropped the album. It's 23 songs. And by my personal opinion, only 2 of the songs, maybe 3, was like, the rest were fire. Now,
I told you so.
This album literally sparked the debate, literally on Twitter the whole day, like 3 days. Even up to now, it's still going. Like people said it was mid, it was bad. Even Joe Budden re- um, said that this album feels like it's for the kids. It's Yachty influence. It's I wanted to hear like grown up, mature Jay-Z raps, and yeah, a bunch of people have been saying like it's a mid album. Me personally, they on dope. This album by far, I won't say it's his best album. I'm not saying that, but it's a good 8. It's a good solid 8. If I'm being dead serious, if I'm take away those 3 songs, it's like meh. I'll definitely give it an 8 out of 10. Now, listening and reading everybody's review on it and going through the album like multiple times, I don't know. I understand people's gripe because people wanted Drake to like rap on the album, but I'm like, it still was good. I guess people wanted him to do a 444 like that Jay-Z album, but I'm like, nigga, I definitely didn't like that album. So I definitely don't want Drake to do a 444. And I don't want to hear about that nigga being a dad.
This old ass nigga, man.
All this old head rhetoric of like, I want to hear niggas growth. I mean, I understand you want to see them grow in the profession, grow as a person through their music. But nigga, I'm not I'm being dead ass real with you. Yes, that's good. Some artists I want to hear that from, not Drake all the time. And Drake does that on his like a good portion of his fucking albums. Like if 9 times out of 10, if Drake's like going into his R&B bag or doing his like soft raps on a soft beat, is him telling you about the women in his life. It's not him telling you like, hey, I'm with my son, I'm teaching him how to be a man, all that stuff. Like, no. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm not saying that he won't do it. I just don't think he's going to do it on this album right now. Or me personally, I don't want to hear it at all, really. Because I really don't care about you raising a kid. I know that sounds fucked up, but I mean, I hope he's raising the kid right and he's trying to and he's teaching about life. But I don't want to hear you on an album 4 songs telling me about how it is to be a cool dad.
Nani?
I know that sounds fucked up, but nigga, I don't want to hear about you being a dad. Like I'm listening for all the dogs, not for all the dads. And again, that sounds really fucked up, but hey man, that's how it is. It's for me personally. For me, I know some people want to hear Drake rap, like Jay-Z, but I didn't. Like some people are good at what they are, and me personally, I didn't hate anything on his album except for 3 songs. Well, let me go through the album song by song. Virginia Beach, I could take her or leave it, and that's the intro song. And it was the normal Drake intro, him preaching to you niggas on a slow beat. So, and it might have been a diss too, because Pusha T's from Virginia, so who knows? Amen. First of all, let me give a round of applause to Tezo Touchdown. This has been a great year for that man. He's been on a bunch of projects, and he's been showing his ass too. Like his range has been getting good, man. I fuck with it. So, Amen was hard.
Do you understand?
Calling for You, I could take it or leave it because 21's on here too. It's not because of 21. I could take it or leave it. 21's verse was short, so I was like, I wish it was a little longer. Pause. But I could, yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll take Calling for You. So that's 2 out of 3. Fear of Heights, that's a good one. Another good one. Daylight, hard. All right, so let me get to the Daylight. So Daylight is, I would say, like almost a sicko mode, like a good fast tempo song until you get to the end. And at the end, the beat switches to like some Conductor, We Have a Problem, New York beat. And at first, I was like, oh shit, Bia's on the intro. She's about to give us some Mons flow or something on it. But I went back and my mans was like, you hear Adonis on Daylight? I'm like, who the fuck? Adonis, his son? Who the fuck? And then I went back and like, oh, that's Adonis on that fucking end song. I was so mad because I'm like, That shit was so funny because it was like, don't talk to my mans like that. I liked it when you liked it.
Hey, yo, what the
My man. I was like, oh, this shit hard. Like a nigga just like doing that flow on that beat. I was like, okay, this is hard. Most people, I saw many of people not liking that man's flow on that beat, but I was like, I fuck with it. That shit was hard. I fuck with it. Not just because of that beat, but the switch up to it from their dad's fast tempo song. I fuck with it. First person shooter. Now, I am an avid person when I say I don't like J. Cole like that, but I liked his verse on this shit. I think other than, damn, what was that song? In the Morning. I think it's the only song they did together, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think this is the second time those two have linked up and did a song together. And Drake's inverse was nice. I fuck with that. I think I like that. I think I like the second half more than the first half, but I do fuck with the whole song in totality. Number 7, Yeet, the I Don't Give a Fuck. This is the one I could be like, I could do without, but it's there, so it's like no stopping. So I'm like, I'm here. Because I don't think Yeet on a Drake song can work. I think this was an experiment to see, like, maybe we can do it. Nah, it's definitely not. Definitely not something that should be done again. Unless Yeet, I know, it switches his flow to something different, but I highly doubt that anytime soon, because he's still like a breakout. So he's just really getting hot, like maybe like 2 years ago. So I don't think he's gonna change flows that fast. Now 7969, that is a hit. This one, Amen and Daylight and First Person Shooter are out of the first 8 are definitely super hitters. Like that's the type of Drake I like. Listen, I like R&B Drake more than rapping Drake.
Jesus Christ!
Take Care was a good, even though there was some songs on Take Care I could do without, but that was yeah.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah,
Screw
that's true.
No. Slime You Out sounds a lot better in the album. I know a lot of people's been using that a lot lately, where it's like, oh man, this right here sounds good there. I'm like, I can see it, because out of placement, it was like, it was all right, but I like it now in totality of the album. Bahama Promises, another one. This is a tricking song. I can feel the trick. The title alone is a trick song. It can tell me it's a trigger song. Bahama Promises, bitch. I ain't who goes to Bahamas and promises me something. Bitch, you must be think I'm stupid. But on to number 11, Try Their Best. Another good one. Another one is in my playlist. Go ahead and add that. Screw the World Interlude. It was a tribute to DJ Screw of Houston. Drew Picasso Fire. Members Only. I didn't see a Part Next Door feature on this album, but it happened and it was still good. What would Pluto do? I wish Future was on it. I mean, I don't know why he would drop What Would Pluto Do without Future, but I see what you were trying to go for. I think All the Parties with Chief Keef did not think we need a Chief Keef and Drake song, but that song was fire. Now 7969 Santa, using the I Don't Like sample for that, and then having Chief Keef on your album, genius. And Chief Keef sounded great on the album, which I wouldn't mind hearing some more Chief Keef and Drake songs, not an album or EP together, but some more Drake Chief Keef songs with, or I guess I like Chief Keef more when he's featured on stuff, because he doesn't change himself entirely, but he changes himself enough to match the song, but still keep himself being the same, which is an A+ record. And I like this. And Drake went underwater for the second half of this song, so still, like, when Drake goes underwater, just be prepared for that song to be fire. Let's see. Number 17, AM in Charlotte. Conductor made the beat, and he's the same guy that be on Westside Guns, which next week West Side Gun gonna deliver, I hope. Anytime I hear Conductor and West Side Gun, it's a certified hit. And 8 a.m. in Charlotte is a certified hit. And it's Drake rapping and talking to niggas. Which I think 8 a.m. in Charlotte is just this. It's just a. Well, I think that's what all the hip hop old heads or just hip hop heads wanted him just to be on nothing but rap like that the whole album. And bro, no, hell no. I definitely don't want to hear that. Not saying it's bad, but nigga, for a whole 18, 17 songs, fuck no. Not from Drake. West Side Gun maybe, but not from Drake.
This old ass nigga, man.
BBL Love, amazing. Another one of his tricking low-key songs. Basically telling you should. It was basically, for what I was interpreted, if I wasn't rich and you had this BBL, would you still love me? And chances are probably not. Now, at first, I thought I was going to hate this song, Gently with Bad Bunny. That song is hard as fuck. I'm not even going to cap. That first half, if he would have dropped this song, just this song, in the summer, I would have went off in the summer with this. That nigga killed that. Bad Bunny killed this. And I might have to listen to that Bad Bunny album too next week, just so I can see what the vibe is. But the next song is probably the worst song I've ever had my ears listen to. Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red and SZA. Bro, I tried to, because I saw a SZA name in it. I tried so hard to get to the SZA, even close to SZA's part. I couldn't do it. Sexy Red came on I promise you, it was the beat first. I was like, okay, a build up. And then Sexy Red came out of nowhere and said, shake that ass, Rich. Say that ass. I'm like, all right, I'm skipping. Like, I don't know. I think I'll only deal with Sexy Red on her songs, or like really on her songs. Like, and I like Sexy Red. Don't get me wrong. Like, Hellcat SRTs make a nigga put. Like, that shit's hard. But I guess I guess on the song with Drake, like I expected something. Well, I don't know why I didn't expect her to like. I don't know why I expected her to come on soft when like she's like mad hard on aggressive on her songs. Like I haven't heard her on a soft song, or I haven't heard her be soft on a song. So until we probably get to that, I'm like, I don't think I want to hear her on especially on an album where it's like a little like where it's soft and not as hard.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
So it's like, if you want to be hard, get on one of the harder songs, like not this one. And I guess Rich Baby Daddy isn't a soft song, but she was, even if the song was hard, she was 10 times harder than what the song was registered for. So it just threw it way off. But the next song, Another Late Night with Yachty, this song is another certified hood classic. I really fuck with this song. I don't know who made the beat. I have to go back and listen to production notes. But this is a great song. Yachty's on it. Yachty's verse was good. And add it to my playlist. Away From Home is great. And Polar Opposites is fucking amazing. And like I said, this album gets like a good 8 out of 10 for me. Like other than like 3 or 4 songs, even with that, it's still 19 out of 23. And that's a certified hit for me. So I don't know what people's gripe was. I don't know what people wanted from this, or expected from this. But for me, I got what I wanted and expected. So sorry to hear it. But yeah, I think that's the only thing that really happened in music. Oh, let me think. Oh, Kid Cudi and Lil Durk dropped the song. I ain't get to it yet because I like Kid Cudi and I like Durk, but I don't know if putting these two together is gonna push the needle if I'm using that right. So I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. But what else dropped? I know something else dropped. Oh yeah. I was searching around, and thanks to Joe, I found a whole bunch of lucky like Lucy's that I never got a chance to listen to. So yeah, I definitely found those. And I think Babytron drops Megatron 2 at the end of the month. So you got at least another 16 days for it to drop. So be ready for that. And I think that's it for the music for today, for this portion of the pod, let's get into the. I'll say anime first, yeah, because I do manga last. So let's get into that. So I'm gonna start with Power Rangers. Even though Power Rangers is an anime, it's a near and dear show to me. Growing up watching it, and after 30 years of, I think, is it 30? Yeah, 30 years of. Yeah, 30 years of Power Rangers. It's officially over until they announce a reboot or a next series or something. But the Power Rangers series is come to an end with Cosmic Fury wrapping up the whole entire series of Power Rangers. Now I haven't checked it out yet, and low-key I have to check out the season, 2 seasons of Power Rangers before that to finish it. And there's a whole bunch of Power Rangers I didn't watch in between, so I'm going to probably go over that and watch it. But after hearing the news and seeing everybody's reaction on Twitter and stuff, I was like, damn, Power Rangers did have me in a chokehold for a fucking long ass time, man. Like, as much as we want to talk shit about like how it looked and how kiddish it was when we were younger, it was like a good show when we were young, and there's some stuff in it that was still good when after we became young, became adults. Like, it still has like its good moments and shit. Now, I understand that there was like some expectations of like Tommy being there, well, Jason Franklin being there, but because of his untimely passing, he wasn't like in it, because I forgot the guy's name who played the Blue Ranger. He became the new leader, and I think it was supposed to be Tommy and him to be the leaders of the next generation of Power Rangers, because Tommy's always been like, well, I won't say always, a good portion of the series he was the leader, because he was a leader in, well, no, it was Jason who was the leader in the first one, then Tommy the last 2 or 3, and then it became, because I'm trying to think, no, Jason still was the Red Ranger. It was after Zeo when Jason didn't become the Red Ranger, he became the Black Ranger. But yeah, it has been like a long lineage of like him being the leader, and because of the Power Rangers, I was able to catch up with the Super Sentai, which is just Japanese for Power Rangers over there, and a lot of the stuff that they had for their Power Rangers was different for ours. Like for Dino Fury, when Tommy was the Black Power Ranger, like their morphers could talk. Like their morphers were like almost like had their mind of their own. They could communicate, and they did a whole bunch of different stuff they did in the Japanese one they didn't do in the American one. Like, I think they have a 20th anniversary of Dino Thunder. Is it Dino Fury or Dino Thunder? And I think the Red Ranger gets a different form, which is like completely crazy that they're doing it 20 years movie on a Power Ranger show, which is crazy. And I think in that same season, the white pterodactyl Ranger, in the American one, he was just a regular kid that went to high school. In Japan, he's an artist that like uses his like little dagger to draw the Red Ranger's new battleizer, which is crazy as fuck in hindsight, because it's like, nigga, you have the power to make shit real with your art because you're an artist, and that shit was cool as fuck. Like, a lot of the Sentai stuff over there is way better than America. I don't know why, but it's just super better, like superbly better, like by a fucking mile. And I'm not even trying to be funny. But alongside Power Rangers, a bunch of anime came out, and a bunch of anime I didn't get a chance to see because of fucking my dumbass memory. So Rat in the Crimson came out, and I was initially like, oh yeah, I'm about to log into Crunchyroll, watch the first episode, which is an hour, and the second episode because I'm 2 weeks behind, and watch that shit. I log into Crunchyroll, that shit ain't on Crunchyroll one fucking bit. I was like, oh my God, I was so pissed. And I was so mad, I didn't even watch Shangri-La Frontier Undead Unlook because I was so mad. Because I was like, bro, I was just hyping up Rat and the Crimson and I wanted to watch it. And there's a ruin. Dang, I forgot the name of that ruin anime. But that came out, but I didn't want to watch it because that first episode I heard ended on the ending that I was like, bro, I need to watch the next episode right then. So probably after I get done recording, I'll more likely watch it. But yeah, man, I really want to watch Red and the Crimson. So I have some anime to catch up on because I caught up on One Piece. I think I forgot what am I watching. I had to catch up the Job Reincarnation because that next season coming out. I had to catch up on Bungo Stray Dogs. So I have like at least 4 or 5 manga to catch up on until I find where Red and the Crimson is, or I might have to pirate it. Which since I've gotten used to the streaming apps, I was like, bro, I don't feel like pirating no more. But if I have to, I fucking have to. So I'm gonna be really mad if I have to pirate all my favorite anime now because niggas don't want to fucking put it on Crunchyroll. Same with Tokyo Revengers because Tokyo Revengers season 2 and 3 are now Hulu exclusives and Disney Plus exclusives, which makes no fucking sense. But whatever. So I'm going to have to pirate fucking Tokyo Revengers too. So pretty much this whole season might be, well, not all my favorite animes coming out I'm going to have to pirate, but mainly the ones not on Crunchyroll. So who knows how that's going to go, but yeah, who knows. But what else? Oh yeah, I think I was finally trying to watch the Shin 2019 Godzilla movie, and I remembered I watched it on Crunchyroll and dubbed, and I was like, oh shit, I could really watch the movie because for some weird reason I was just like having like a Godzilla binge where I was like, yeah, I want to watch a lot of Godzilla shit. This TV show, the cartoon, all the Godzilla movies up to now. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. And I damn near checked it out. Now, I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, but I like a good monster movie nonetheless. Shield Hero season 3 is out. I don't know how people hate season 2 and I didn't watch it. So I don't know what's going on. And I'll check out season 3 if it's better than season 2. And I had to watch season 2 to watch season 3. So what the fuck ever. But I think other than that, Ultimate Muscle is still doing promos of that. So we'll get to see that pretty soon. Rurouni Kenshin, the second half of this season comes out in October. So either October or late November, whichever one of those, but it's coming soon. And I think that's it for anime, really. I have nothing. I did get a chance to see anything, really, because I was fucking mad and shit because I didn't get a chance to really watch what I really want to watch. So next week, JJK's, that's what I meant to say. JJK is really close to the Choji and Yuji fight. So that's going to be amazing. And they brought Toji back, which... Thank God, because I wanted to hear Dio's voice so fucking much. Like, it is so great to hear his voice. Even though it's only going to be for a little bit, then after this, we'll never see him again. But only in a backstory. But I don't think he even talked in a backstory. So, who knows if we'll get like a Toji... Well, no, we won't get a Toji backstory anime. So, that's because that didn't even happen in the manga. So, there's no way. And even when we saw him in, like... Dead or whatever, which this is a great segue. It damn sure didn't show me anything that we were going to get a Toji backstory. But with the end of this anime segment, I'm gonna go segue into the manga and the saddest 2 chapters of JJK I read in forever. So, go ahead and cue the sad music. Gojo is officially dead. He's dead in JJK. I won't say officially. So I say 2 chapters ago, three chapters ago, we thought Gojo was going to be victorious because he was showing signs of winning. He nuked everybody, Sukuna and Magarama, and took the L and recovered. Now, 2 chapters ago, we saw a little, what was I say? A little monologue, a little monologue of Geto and Gojo talking. And this wasn't like possessed Geto. This is like Geto. And I was like, why the fuck are we seeing Geto right now? Like, why are we having a conversation with him? And then you start reading, it starts sounding like, what's going on? Like, why are we having these what ifs and when you're winning the fight? And then like Gojo said, I thought I was stronger than Sukuna and I wasn't. Bro, I was like, no fucking way Sukuna beat Gojo. And like they're having a full-blown conversation between him and Geto, and like Gojo's like happy about it. He's like, you know what? I lost. I put everything I did into it, but I have no regrets. Yeah, you have no regrets, but how are we gonna fucking win if you're fucking dead? And like the only way that we confirmed that he was dead before we saw the body is that while they were having a conversation, you saw Namine and Namine's best friend who got killed before Geto became evil. So it's like, wait, Namine's dead, Geto's dead, and Namine's homeboy's dead. So what the fuck are we doing? And then if you then Geiji panned over to other people, you saw the Star Vessel, the maid. So now we know the maid's dead, and Toji in the back just chilling. A bunch of other characters that are dead. I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? This nigga is dead for real. And then after this whole mind space fucking monologue, you see Sukuna beat the fuck up, bleeding, telling Gojo, you were the best fight I ever had. And then we see Gojo sliced in half on some Captain Commander type shit on the ground. And this nigga smiles when Sukuna's like, hey, you're a great fighter, man. You push me to my limits and I always remember you. And I'm like, he smiled when he was on the ground. I'm like, if you were dead, how would you smile? But it might be that last, you know how anime characters when they die, they like give one last hurrah, they just die. So I was like, damn. And until we see that nigga get up, that nigga's dead for real. So who knows? Who fucking knows? But guess who fucking jumped in the fight as soon as Gojo died? That lightning guy, Kashimino, whatever his name is. And like, I mean, I'm gonna talk about this chapter and the chapter afterwards because we're on break this week. This nigga jumped in thinking he could beat Sukuna. Now, mind you, even if he is like drained of energy. Well, at first I was like, okay, Sukuna went through like 30 domain expansions, fought this nigga to like the brim. He must be tired. And he probably can't summon Magarama anymore. That was until that fucking ice bitch, Urema, someone, whatever her fucking name is, came in and dropped off a fucking package for Sukuna. But before she could jump down and help Sukuna out, Hakari jumped down and used his domain expansion to trap her in there so that she won't help. But it's already too late because Sukuna got the fucking a special cursed weapon he got from fucking Megumi's possessed sister, which is fucking just stupid. Because I'm like, bro, you killed her and then she gave you a curse. Did she turn us? Well, either she turned herself to a cursed object or she put her energy into make a cursed object. And like at first I'm like, okay, maybe this ass whoop is not gonna be that bad. Actually, no. Yeah, maybe this ass whoop is not gonna be that bad. And then like Kashimino came in and doing his lightning dog, turned into a lightning dog and started putting hands on Sukuna. But Sukuna was like, okay, cool, since we're gonna do this, and went to like his full demon mode with his forearms and his mat and whatever that weird thing on his face is. And I thought that was only 2 chapters, 3 chapters, because the next chapter following this one, Kashmino or whatever his name is, got his ass whooped. And Sukuna looks uglier than I thought, because now that nigga have a mouth on his stomach. Beforehand, we just thought this nigga had fucked up face and 4 arms. No, this nigga has a mouth on his stomach. And with him fully transformed, bro, he put hands and feet on Kashmino. Like, it was so bad. Like, this nigga tried to block a big ass slash Sukuna did. It cut his hand in half. And then this nigga just summoned a giant square box of blades and almost killed this nigga. Like, it was so, like, it was bad. And I think Sukuna isn't at full power, but he's fuller than he was after that Gojo fight. And like, this nigga was working him. Like, he had 4 arms working Kashmino. His stomach mouth was doing curse techniques while his regular mouth was doing curse techniques. So it was like, bro, this nigga was doing like double techniques and kicking this nigga ass like badly, like fucking badly. Kashmino was getting his ass whooped. And he over here having flashbacks saying, I wish to fight a strong person. I wish it could be you. And Sukuna was like, he asked Sukuna, do you love the art of fighting or some bullshit like that? And then Sukuna with his damn stoic ass is like, love is futile. Only thing that matters is power. And then you wake up, and then he wakes up to, like, before he gets his ass handed to him completely, fucking Akari and that ice bitch break out of his domain expansion, and Akari don't have a scratch on him. And from that, behind that domain expansion, you see the lawyer nigga and Yuji getting ready to jump Sukuna. But Yuji's arms look like fucking Piccolo's arms. And it's weird because I'm like, nigga, why your arms look demonified? And I was thinking, did Yuji become full demon or become like some runoff blood demon like your brothers? We're on break, so I don't know, but Yuji's arms look wicked different. And I'm like, oh shit, we might actually get Yuji in doing some crazy shit instead of just punching niggas. Which I hope, because Yuji does need like a curse technique. He's in the run for it. It's been like 4 years I haven't seen him use a curse technique other than like really punching niggas. So I hope it's something cool. Which is gonna have to be, because I don't think that damn lawyer nigga is gonna have any hope to use his domain expansion, because Magarama could cut through domain expansions now. But there has been a bunch of jokes where Magarama goes to law school and comes back and fights the lawyer head to head. It's hilarious. That shit had me rolling when I tell you that shit. But alongside this crazy Sukuna and Gojo dying, One Piece is getting fucking wild, man. So the chapter before the newest chapter came out, and it was titled Gorosei, which you can probably know is about to be dealing with the Gorosei, because when one of the Vegapunk robots was like, anybody above us is the only person that can control the Kumas, the super robot Kumas, is the Gorosei. And as soon as she said that, Saturn Garcia told the Kumas to stop attacking, and when he did that, this nigga summoned like some dark ass evil circle and came up under the circle as a demon devil fruit user. And he's a Zoan type, an awakened Zoan type, which might have Kankazaki. And you know and you could tell he's a Zoan. Well, you knew he was a Zoan because when Sabo was running from him, you could see animals chasing him out the damn Holy Lands. But I got spoiled too that some of the Gorosei might be yokai from Japanese lore, and I think Saturn is a half bull, half spider, which is why if you see him in his half form, he has horns and like spider legs. Which this nigga looks scary. This might be the second scariest thing I've seen in One Piece. Emu's the first scariest thing. That nigga's just a black shadow with eyes. And when the rest of the Marines was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? We're not supposed to look at this nigga. Fucking Saturn looked at this nigga and the fucking Marine officer head blew off. And with this transformation, everybody's scared because like, whoa, what the fuck is this? What does the Gorosei? And this also tells us that Gorosei are probably been alive a lot longer than they're supposed to, because the vibes of like him saying it's been a while since I've been to the surface. Brian was like, it was because they've been in the Holy Lands for so long that they just came down to the earth, to the real world and just started walking around. But I feel like there's a deeper meaning to that, because if that demon circle that was on the ground and he was rising from it, I feel like the Gorosei might be monsters because of the devil fruits. Well, obviously, but I think the devil fruits actually turned them into devils. And there's a little theory going around about the awakened Zoans, that if you're awakened Zoan, depending on the kind of person you are, you're going to have either black flames or white clouds. White clouds normally will go to the good people like Yamato and Luffy, while the black flames normally go to like assholes like Lucci and Kaku and Garcia. Which would make sense, because if Luffy was awakened, why is he white and why is Yamamoto's clouds white? So it might play a parcel. If we see another awakened Zoan with white clouds instead of black flames, then that confirms it. But he's huge too. Like, he's Kaido. He's like bigger than Kaido. Even in his man beast form, he's bigger than Kaido. Because he pulled up on the Vegapunk, Sanji, and I forget who else it was, because before he was able to get to those Frankie and them, he saw fucking Luffy and Lucci fighting and squabbling out, and then Luffy aired that nigga out with one punch and knocked that nigga soaring out. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, because this answers a lot more questions than answers. Because if this nigga is a yokai, I have $100 million on it that Emu is the devil, like literally the devil. If he's not the devil, then I don't know what other monster hellspawn it could be, but he is the devil, and I bet you dollars to donuts that he is. And I don't. Well, let me think. Yeah, My Hero's on break. That was on break that week, and Black Clover is still on. Won't come out till probably next month or December, and Berserk won't come out till next month, late next month, if I'm not mistaken. So I was reading this new manga called Maito Slave, and it's. At first, I was like, okay, I see what the direction you're going, because they're doing an anime for it next year. But like, when I start reading, I'm like, this is definitely not going to be on Crunchyroll. And if it is, there's going to be the edited version, the censored version, the uncensored version. Because once you get past the first 2 chapters, it just becomes like a harem anime. And I'm like, well, let me give you the synopsis. So basically, you're in a world where women are the top dogs, and men are the lower class. The women in this world have superpowers while the men don't, and the men have to ride in it, like going to work or living your life and shit. It's like completely different. Basically the flip flop of how the real world is for us in us. It's how the women run the shit and men don't do shit. So basically, that's how it would be in that world. And at first, I was like, this might be something for I'm not gonna say feminist, because I don't think not all feminists think this way. But this would probably be a good manga for the women who want to be in charge, who want to like be the dick of the crowd. If you understand what I'm talking about, if you catch my drift, and like. Yeah, this is something for them. But then now you start reading, and it's like, okay, strong female cast, weak little kid, male gets a power up. They tag team, save the day. Okay, cool. And he's her slave. Okay, that's weird, but okay. And then like after the main character say and like I guess his like commander slave commander in chief, and in this brigade, I don't know why I'm stuttering. She has like this weird side effect of her powers, like because her power is to turn men into like her slave and use them as a weapon, as like a dog or some sort, and they transform. But some men doesn't work on. But for our new main cast member, it does. And like when she uses her ability, the side effect is whatever the person that she enslaved has like on his mind as a reward for doing the job and saving the world, she does to them, or he does to her. So like the main character be like, oh, I want to lick yogurt down titties, and she'll just do that. And because of this, because of his heroism and like the other girls using him as a slave weapon, and with different people, and when different women use him, he becomes like a different form. So like he'll go to like this chick who's all about weapons, and he'll become like a ninja. And he went to this other chick and became like an angel that can really fly fast. And with just like every other harem anime, main character does like some really cool guy shit, and all the girls fall in love with him and want to fuck him. And that's literally what it is. And the only reason that they all want to fuck him is because he's a good guy. But like because of the whole power thing of him and them using sex as a reward, because that's what he thinks about, because he's in a world full of chicks. So like, yeah, of course you're gonna think about sex with all that hot. There's a whole bunch of chicks hot, and they're just getting naked in front of you. So like, yeah, it's a whole bunch of action. I'm like 36 chapters in. I have like 117, and it's really good. I think it's still ongoing, and I'm still gonna get you guys updates because I'm not blitzing through it, but I'm reading at a good pace, like early in the morning. It's like, hey, I need a good read. Let me read it. And it's good. Now, there's really going to do a censored version because you cannot show half the shit that you see. Like, when I say it's literally like vagina shots and titties out, like a good portion when they're not fighting and they're just chilling, relaxing, is a good portion. Like, there's a female character that's just nothing but grope other women in the show and the main character. So it's like, how are we going to do this? And I think there's like a mother-daughter tag team, one of the main characters. And I'm like, okay, this is getting like porno levels. So I don't know how they're going to do this in the anime. So however they do it, it's going to be a lot of blurred lines, no pun intended. So yeah, here's that. But I had to read the ice hockey manga because I think I'm 2 chapters behind on that one, hopefully. And I started another sports manga. It's about rugby, and it's really, I want to say it's fucking haiku without the other cast members, where it's just Koriyama and Hinata. It's just those 2 guys that matter. Everybody else is butt. And it's I want to say bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. Hopefully it's just weekly because I really want to read it. Like, it's really good. It's super fucking good. And like, for some reason, I'm into sports manga and sports in general. Not all, but some. So yeah, I definitely want to check it out. So, and you guys should too. And whenever I find the name of it, because I lost it, so I had to refind it, I'll shout it out next week. But I think that's it for this episode of the pod. Again, I appreciate you guys listening to the pod, coming back and just listening or hanging out. And I'll be back next week with another new episode. Appreciate you guys listening. Peace.
Man, I'm outside 2 times, start a fucking fight for nothing. Man, I'm outside in the street, nigga, what's up? Nigga, you bluffing. I'm tryna knock this nigga head off, give his ass concussion. Nigga ain't gon' be no one-on-one, hoe ain't gon' be tough, throwing elbows. throwing pots